All right. Hello, everybody. My name's Dr. Cheryl Meyer. Today, we're going to talk about, I have a story to tell us about life, right? And I was reflecting this morning, I was like, all my videos are about you having a more real, intimate relationship with divine love, with God, and with yourself, and with other people. And so it's all about that. That's because that's all I care about, you know? It's like first having a relationship, an authentic one, in your own self with God, you know, because that's our creator. So why not align with that? And then also with other people, so we don't treat people poorly, and we don't treat ourselves poorly. Like, why not, you know, why can't we just all love each other, right? And so that's my question always. And I'm always wanting to explore and go deeper, really deep, to help us understand how to do this in a real way that lasts, not a fake way, not a temporary way, but a real way that lasts, right? And so if you're on board with that, like, subscribe already if you're seeing this, because the platforms don't push out my videos very often, and because I'm just different, I don't know. And so if you're here, know that it's for a reason, and like and subscribe and all that stuff. Okay. And so this is the story I was getting for you guys, for all of us, right? I just got back from Rome, so I'm like, I'm not putting on makeup today. I don't feel like putting on makeup, and I'm not, I'm a little jet lagged, but it doesn't matter. I can still show up for us, right? Okay, so here's the awesome story. Sometimes, look at that, look at the sun. Sometimes when you're jet lagged, you know, you're letting go of your mind and all its ideas, and you're coming to something higher anyway, hopefully. Just because sometimes I can't follow my thoughts too when I'm sleepy, but I know we will, because this is such a beautiful story. And so this is something that I witnessed in Rome. I won't say exactly how I witnessed it, but I just want to share the story because I was given a spiritual insight for it, for us, right? And so it's like, I'm gonna lay on the grass. First, all right? First, always, just be really present with yourself. Be really deeply present. As we practice presence, it changes everything. It's like we're in a world, we're in this matrix, and the matrix starts changing for us. Everything gets so much better. You can see in the progression of my videos I have over 800 videos, but all right. And so now I welcome all religions, but I'm gonna talk right now. There's no but to that, but I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna talk from the perspective of what Christ taught today, because he's always teaching highest consciousness and highest love, just like so many people that were seeking the truth and living in the truth and in more and more alignment. I'm not saying they're all the same, but I'm saying, okay, so he told us this story, right? Someone asked him, you know, Rabbi, Master, you know, Teacher, teach us, you know, who is good though? Who is good? Because Jesus was saying you ought to love God with all your heart, soul, and mind, love your neighbor as yourself. And so this guy that followed the law and stuff was like, well, who's my neighbor? You know, can you define that for me? Because they defined all these things and had all these extra rules back then, right? And so he tells the story about this man who gets beaten up by a bunch of thieves on the road. You know, there's a main thoroughfare, and people would waylay people because they knew they had to cross on that road back then, right? And so they would, you know, jump scare her. You know, they'd come out and sometimes rob them if they looked like they had stuff for them, and they'd beat them up. So this guy got beat up and robbed, left on the road. And a priest was coming by, and the priest didn't want to be unclean. Like, they only do their services one time a week or whatever. And if they touched someone that was unclean, they couldn't do their services. So they thought, oh, I'm just going to walk on the other side. A Levi or something different, another person came by, and they had their own reason. I forgot why. there's deep symbolic spiritual meanings in all of these, why the other person didn't come by. And then a Samaritan came by, and a Samaritan was as like half Jewish, half something else. They lived in Samaria. They had been taken over by another country of people were in there, and so they had some different ways. I don't know, the Jewish people of the time did not like them because they weren't pure Jewish, and there's the woman at the well in Samaria that you can understand more about the Samaritans if you want to look into that. But okay, and so the Samaritan, right, who's looked down upon, is the one, and Jesus is speaking to these Jewish teachers and stuff, that stopped and picked up the person and cleaned his wounds and put him on his own donkey and took him to an inn and said, look, here, I'm putting this person here. Take care of this person, and if there's any more costs than this, left some money, then I will come back and pay the rest. And the person at the inn knew him because he went to the inn a lot, right? And so this is what was so beautiful for me, and I wanted to share it with you guys so you understand more the nature of God. Is there's this person that was drunk on the side of the road, right? And this other person was helping her. I'll just say it's a her, right? And that person was like a relative but couldn't do it himself. Let's say it's a him, right? And so all these people were walking by, and don't judge her, right? Because she represents us. And I was seeing through this story that was transferred, conveyed to me, and however it came to me, right, is that she was sitting here, he was trying to hold up her head so she could throw up because she had too many shots. People were buying shots and she just had too many. And what alcohol does is it impairs your judgment, okay? What sin does is it impairs your judgment. The word sin just means to miss the point in life. You're walking backwards. You're living from, let's say, your egotism and trying to please people and trying to look religious can be from your egotism, or trying to please a God that you think is always mad at you, or trying to please a parent, to get them to love you again. And so there's these ways that we are drunk in our lives, where we're trying to work all the time so that we can get more money in our bank account, and we're not even looking at, is there integrity in what I'm doing, or running after, just spending all our time trying to post things on social media to get more likes, and going, what is the quality of this content, and what am I doing, and do I really get full from all these people liking this? Do I really have real relationships in my real life? Am I taking out time to pray for people and to give back to the community and to connect with God and spend time just being with divine love, and with myself and within myself, and reflecting each day, what did I do today that was worth something to my soul, to my soul's purpose, And so she represented that. That's what was shown to me, is she's sitting here throwing up, trying to get the toxins, and Christ is the one. Christ is like the Samaritan that comes and picks us up and puts us on his own donkey and takes us to the inn and takes care of us and watches us without judgment, and and helps us get the toxins out if we want to throw up, and get it out, and we want not to go back to that kind of life, the life of dissipation, where we're just running for the next party and the next party and the next party, and we're never fulfilled, and we don't feel this love and a relationship inside. We don't feel that depth. All right, so I only wanted to make this 10 minutes so I could talk for another hour on this, but that's what was being shown to me, was this beauty of this woman, just her barfing, and her relative moving her out of the vomit to make sure, just to take care of her. And we're not saying that what she was choosing was good, but neither is what we're choosing, all right? And so choose love, choose highest love and highest consciousness. I encourage you. Much love.